The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. 2050. The world is shocked by terror attacks in Paris and across the globe.
Parisians enjoying their Friday evening were sitting ducks for the terrorists.
Michelle Payne made history in the Melbourne Cup.
Just want to say to everyone else can get stuff because they think women aren't strong enough, but we just beat the world.
And Mick Fanning punched a shark.
To walk away from that, I'm just so stoked. Oh, man.
Bronwyn Bishop hired a helicopter.
Goodbye, Bronwyn. Bronwyn, goodbye.
Nerds everywhere heralded the arrival of a new Star Wars film.
Chewie, we're home.
And we're still all arguing whether the dress was blue and black or white and gold.
White and gold, that's what I see.
No way, that's black and blue. No way.
2015 was also a big year for Hamish and Andy. With a race that slowed down the nation, a high school musical for Andy, and the boys' first ever performance as a band. So let's look back at their year of fun. Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks, 2015.
In the city of Melbourne, they've assigned trees email addresses.
Beautiful story.
So citizens can report problems with the trees.
So there's an email address you write to, and every tree, 70,000 trees now, specific trees, have like a serial number. So it's written on the tree. So you go and look at the tree and go, all right, it's a 100715.
And you send that tree an email.
Send that tree an email to go, hey, to the council, like, hey, this tree's dead, or someone vandalised it, or, you know. I guess it's
need to trim, need to haircut.
I guess it's a way to sort of streamline council issues with specific trees that have been nominated around Melbourne.
And so they can identify the problem and get out there straight away and fix it. What they didn't expect was everybody sending love letters to trees.
People have become pen pals with the tree, and I've got a sample one here. Dear Greenleaf Elm, this is tree ID 1022165. Dear Greenleaf Elm, I hope you like living at St Mary's. Most of the time I like it too. I have exams coming up and I should be busy studying. You do not have exams because you are a tree. I don't think there is much more to talk about as we don't have a lot in common, you being a tree, etc. But I'm glad we're in this together. Cheers, F. And then, here's the best bit.
And look, the trees would appreciate email because it's paperless.
It is. You're saving my cousins. This was not written on someone I knew. Yeah. Here's the best bit, though. People at the council are writing back. So the tree wrote back going, hello, F. I do like living here. I hope you do well in your exams. Research has shown that nature can influence the way people learn in a positive way. I hope I inspire your learning.
Okay.
Best wishes, Greenleaf Elm.
If there is stuff at the council that needs to be done, can we not...
Should you go and clean that graffiti down? Oh, I was doing tree mails all day.
We thought, though, I mean, it's not just... Obviously, there's a market out there and there's a want and a passion for people to... Send some love notices, and love letters to trees.
I think the reason that, this has gone bananas is because people have finally got a way to connect to a tree that they love. And unfortunately, there's only 70,000 that take. There's a lot more than 70,000 trees in Australia, Ando. So there's a lot of trees that listen to this show. A lot of, speakers, the noise could be leaking out of the house and hitting the leaves. So technically trees are listening. And
there's a lot of people out there that probably have a tree loved one that they want to speak of.
What is the radio equivalent of this? Of course, it's love songs and dedications. 131060, if you've got a special tree in your life that you want to send a message to, let's just hope they're listening. Call us now. On the other side of this, we'll take some love song dedications to that special tree
Hamish and Andy.
in your life.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
July 16, 2015.
Bound to launch a segment we think that no other show in the world will be doing, because after the City of Melbourne has assigned email addresses to trees, just so people who had any worries about a tree vandalism or needing a trim, they could email that tree and the council would get it and then go out and they could fix it. They noticed a lot of people writing in love letters to the trees.
People had a lot more than just admin that they wanted to send to the tree. A lot of people wanted to write personal letters to the tree. And look, the radio version is obviously love songs and dedications. Unfortunately, only 70,000 trees were given email addresses, but there's so many more trees out there that we know are listening to the show. And shout out to those trees. And a lot of people that want to give special messages to the special tree in their life.
It's time now then for love songs and dedications
That's nice.
to trees.
Izzy, you got a special tree in your life, Izzy?
I do. I have a lemon tree in my backyard, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, right. How long has the lemon tree been in your life, Izzy?
Oh, a long time. Over 10 years.
Oh, that's a really, really special relationship. And doth the tree bear much fruit?
It doth bear a lot of fruit, yes.
Yeah, sure, Izzy.
Yeah.
And what do you want to say for that lemon tree today, Izzy?
Thanks for the lemons, I guess.
Yeah.
Great pies made from the lemon.
Lemon pie.
Yeah, lemon meringue. Good times. We had dancing around it joyfully, I guess.
And I hope many more to come, Izzy. Do you have a song you'd like to dedicate to the tree?
Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing.
I'll see if we've got that or something similar.
Something similar.
Look into my eyes.
We've gone with similar. Just fade that down. Chat. Still going. I've still got a lot more dedications to get through. Maddie.
We're going to Maddie now. Maddie, a love song or dedication for a tree?
Yes, I have the horsehair tree.
Right.
Not familiar with that particular
in the Botanic Garden
model.
Right.
Not your tree.
So you wander into the gardens to see this special tree in your life sometimes?
Yes, my family used to have picnics under it, and my sister and I would play hide and seek in the horsehair tree.
Priceless memories.
How many years did you have this time with the tree?
Oh, I still have time with the tree, and it's probably going on about 20 years now.
It's also quite the connection.
How does the tree make you feel, Maddie?
Oh, the tree makes me feel very nostalgic and very happy. The tree makes me feel very happy.
And if we know the tree's listening out there tonight, probably just got the app and is listening on the phone.
Well, I assume you're broadcast all over the Botanic Garden.
Yeah, good assumption.
So, Maddie, if there's a little message for that tree.
Thanks for the memories, tree.
Yep.
I'm sure you give lots of other families fond memories as well.
Yep.
And we believe you chose Brian Adams.
It's nice of you to...
I did, yes. That was the first thing that came to mind.
Nice of you to accept the tree's open relationship. Good on you, Maddie.
Yes.
This is for the horsehair tree. Glad we could get your request.
I think we've got time for one more.
Got a lot coming in. Why don't we grab Cade?
Cade, welcome
Hi,
to
guys. How
Love
are you?
Songs and Dedications to Trees.
So I had a beautiful fruit tree in Tasmania where I grew up. I was very fond of it. Used to play on it daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there was one occasion where I fell out of the top branch and unfortunately broke my arm.
Oh, when
And,
relationships go bad.
Yeah, that's right. I just wanted to reconnect with the tree and just let it know that I've forgiven it.
Kate,
I still love it.
on that day, did you say some things to the tree that you perhaps in the emotional time didn't really mean?
I feel like I did. I feel like I might have said some naughty words that I really shouldn't have, and I feel bad for that even now.
And you probably heard the fruit tree, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
Cade, I think what you've done here is a really special thing, and I hope your words today are heard by the fruit tree and your relationship blossoms like the fruit on that tree. And do you have a special song you'd like to dedicate to the fruit tree that you had such a falling out with and of?
It would probably be a personal favourite of ours. It was You Raised Me Up by Josh Groban.
We'll see if we can play that or something similar.
Look into my eyes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Thanks, Cade.
This is Hamish and Andy. 10 years in 10 weeks.
July 23, 2015. Aussie actor Patrick Bramall helps the boys prank their friend and director Brendan Cowell.
Joined in the studio by Patrick Bramall. You may have seen him on Offspring, also Upper Middle Bogan, but he is the star of the new film Reuben Guthrie. Pat, we thought we'd have some fun here with we're mates with Brendan Cowell as well. We're wondering if we could attempt a little bit of phone fun, whereby, I mean, would it be unusual for you to walk out of an interview and say, call Brendan to tell him how it was going?
I'm calling him 10 to 12 times a day.
Okay.
So, let's do that.
We just thought we'd jump on the next one. So he obviously knows that, you're going to come in and do the show. We know that he's not listening. He's busy this afternoon. There's no chance he's listening to this.
No.
Can we get you to call him now, we thought, and essentially just go, yeah, look, went on Hamish Andy, had a bit of a chat, but just totally forgot to mention anything about the film. Didn't mention Reuben Guthrie, didn't mention In Cinemas Now, just got frazzled, and just to see how it'll go. I mean, this is his film. He's directing it.
Yeah.
Probably
he wrote it, directed it. He lived it.
He was probably hoping you would mention it.
I don't think he'll take it too badly. I don't think it could possibly go wrong.
All right, Jack's got the number, so you put it in, and we'll sit quiet, Pat, and see if Brendan picks up.
Good luck.
Hello.
Hi, mate. It's Paddy.
Hey, mate. How you going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I've just come out of the Hamish and Andy thing. Have you got a minute?
Yes.
Have you ever done an interview with those guys?
No.
It's a bit hectic and frazzled, and they're very, very funny. And Andy said Booby Guthrie at one point, and I didn't correct him. We were doing a laugh fest, you know how FM radio gets. And they didn't mention the film at all, mate. And I didn't really... I got caught up. I didn't really mention it either. Is that bad? Like, it's okay that they heard me, they know who I am, presumably they know I'm in the film. Is that bad? That's not bad, is it?
It is bad if there's absolutely no context. But if they're playing a trailer from the film or saying, we've got Patrick Brown from Reuben Guthrie coming up after the show.
No, they didn't. Like, Hamish kept calling it the play.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I just honestly, like, because, you know, this is nearly... I've been so good with this publicity thing, and I just kind of... I don't know. I just sort of...
No, I really appreciated you doing it. They wanted to go the Offspring, Pat Bramall angle.
We talked about Offspring mainly. It just... Yeah.
It's a bit annoying. I mean, it's a huge audience. That's why I was kind of...
Is it a big audience, though, for this?
It is, yeah. I don't know what the new show is, but I know the other show was huge.
I wouldn't have thought the new one to be that big.
Brendan, it's Hamish and Andy here, mate.
Oh, you guys.
Of course we mentioned the film, mate. We bloody loved it.
Bloody hell, I should have bloody known.
Yeah, you should have known. I'm so sorry, mate. You took it so well.
Probably the most unbelievable part of Patrick's call was just going, it was a laugh fest in there.
I'm so paranoid now because there's so much media around. I get really nervous, you know, when there's all these articles and things. You go into a chronic state of confusion.
Hey, Brendan, congratulations. We've already gone through this with Patrick, but, mate, congratulations on the film.
And just to reassure you, let's say it 3 times. Reuben Guthrie. It's
in cinemas now.
Stage.
What a book.
Patrick
One of the best interpretive dances I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, we've got the rock opera spin-off happening really soon, too.
Reuben Guthrie, exclamation mark.
Hey, mate, what a film. Congratulations, buddy. And we'll let you go. I'm sorry to do that to you.
Thanks. Love Offspring. Bye.
There we go. If you just tuned in, Brendan, kind of huge Offspring fan, getting to meet his hero, Patrick Bramall, live on the show.
Hey,
Anything for the little people.
Mate, that was brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful,
Hamish
mate.
Andy.
Thank you.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
July 16, 2015. If there is one thing Hamish is good at, it's turning a bad situation into a good one.
Look, on air, we're Hamish and Andy, 2 best friends, but a lot of the people don't know that behind the scenes, your nickname's Anytime Andy, and I'm Punctual Pete. So this is more of a bit of a helping hand for you.
Sure.
But it's a trick I've discovered.
It'd be better than the last trick you pulled with regards to running late when Sam, our producer here, said, have you got the recording equipment? And you went, yeah, it's in the car. And you went down and drove home thinking you could get back in time without us noticing. You sprinted back in and went, I couldn't find it in the boot. Like, we saw your car leave.
Mate, that was also a bit of context. I only lived about 2 k's from the station, and going down to the basement was a notoriously long process. And I thought I could just pretend I had bad luck with the lift, or it did take quite a bit of time.
Yes.
This is better. This is better. This is one for, let's say you've got a 9 a.m. appointment.
Yep.
Right, and you can tell at 8 o'clock, or let's say even as late as 8:30. No way I'm making this. Like, if you're still eating breakfast and you know it's a half-hour commute.
A lot of people would skip breakfast, but you sit there still eating breakfast.
Most important meal of the day. Because if you're still on the bacon and eggs, and maybe if you've got a little bit too sucked into going down various wormholes online, and you're like, it's 8:30.
Yeah.
I'm going to a 9 o'clock. You can use this template of text message for any appointment, any time you've got. And I've had a few variations of it. I think I've refined it down to the fine art. I also should point out, I can't use this on you all the time because people will get onto you. Yeah. It's excellent for one-offs.
Okay.
If you've got a meeting or something. So here would be my text to you. Hey, man, should be okay for 9 a.m., but might be as many as 10 minutes early or late. Because that gives the impression that your schedule's so varied at the moment. I might turn up early. but I might turn up late.
You would never, ever text that.
I've been using it.
Mate, you say...
Could be 10 minutes either side is another good
What I
way
like
to go.
about
Because
this
it's sort of
is-
like, man, I
is-
just can't promise specifics. Like,
You're
could be
saying
early.
30 minutes from when you're meant to be somewhere, you can't give it a 20-minute window.
It gives the illusion of a guy that could just as likely surprise you as let you down, when we all know it will be late.
It'd be a letdown.
But it's an exciting, and really because you saved the lateness to the last part of the message, they're already excited reading the early part, going, gee, this guy's punctual.
No one's excited about someone being 10 minutes early.
They're
either.
reading this, so they're going through, their eyes are going through, and they're like, could be 10 minutes early. Oh, wow, this guy's great. Or late. And that cancels that out. So they end up, the message is neutral. At the end, their emotions stay in the same spot. It's quite brilliant.
Have you tried
Don't
it
use
yet?
it all the time.
I will never use it.
Well, then I suppose you have fallen within my usage rules.
It's Hamish and Andy.
This is Hamish and Andy. 10 years in 10 weeks.
October 9, 2015. Macklemore's Downtown was massive in the charts. But what about the story behind the song?
I've been busy, Ando.
You have.
I've been busy for the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Ever since the song Downtown by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis came out. And you hear, at the start of the song where he's like, went to the moped store and I was looking for a moped.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, $800.
Talks about him buying a moped.
It just seems to me that part of the song is like, it's such a quick sale.
Oh, right.
For a vehicle.
Yeah.
Because, for anyone that's bought a car or a moped,
Yeah.
you have to look around and it's very rare that you just walk in and drop, even if it is 800, which
Yep.
I suppose is low for a moped, but very rare you just drop that much cash so quickly.
Bit glossed over, do you think?
So I decided to write a more realistic version of what it's like to buy a motor scooter.
Yep.
So it sort of starts like that. It's a 2-hour song.
Wow.
Well, because a lot of people go and they think about it and they come back. So
Is this the radio edit or?
Yep.
Wow.
All of it's essential. As essential as Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's lyrics, because they just have a lot of chat in their songs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to ask you as a friend and as a favour. Can I play the full thing in its entirety?
No.
But I would love to.
I know you would.
And I think the listeners would get a real treat out of it.
Okay, well, how about this? How about if we start playing it, and if I feel like it's lagging in bits, I'll stop it and maybe try and cut through it a little bit, because it's 2-hour song's a long song.
It's one of the longest songs we would have on the station, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but only stop it if you're truly bored.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
like
if
you really
if
think
I feel like it's holding,
Yep.
and I feel they get the vibe that people in their cars are loving it.
Because the thing is, mine's a lot more realistic than this. So remember, I'm going for realism.
Yeah.
Okay. You be the judge. You're in charge of the controls. But
Yeah, I'll put the tape in now, and
enjoy it.
thanks, mate. Like I said, if it wanes a little bit, I'll stop.
Okay. Enjoy it. Listen to the lyrics carefully.
Went to the moped store. Salesman's like, what's up? What's your budget? I said, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said, I've got the one for you. Follow me. Ooh, this one's not for me. I'm worried it might be a little bit fancy. For 800 cash, how do you feel? He's like, 800? That's a hell of a deal, but I can't do it. Cause this one's $4,000. I said, yeah, that's cool, I understand. And I was hoping for something more than 50cc. He's like, oh, so you do know something about these? I said, yeah. I think I'll have a wonder. Was thinking Kawasaki, but now I'm thinking Honda. He said, hey, take your time. We got lots in stock, but we're closing soon, cause it's actually 5 o'clock. I was like, sorry. Time slipped away. I'm busy tomorrow, but you open Sunday? He's like, yeah, we are, but there's a chance I won't be in. But here's my card. Why don't you give me a ring?
Sorry. Does he get a moped or not?
Well, not on that day, but, he thinks about it and he talks to some friends who own or have owned mopeds.
Yeah.
That's all lyrics in the song.
I don't have time for that. Can we just get to the bit where he goes back to the store?
Well, how far have you fast-forwarded it?
I don't know, like the 20-minute mark or something?
Yeah, that's a good spot.
I went back to the moped store. The salesman's like, hey, man, you're back. I said, yeah, it's Chris, yeah? Sorry, I lost your card. He said, it's actually Craig. Now follow me. This one. This is what you want. Leather up the back, LEDs up the front. I said, I don't know. Looks a little showy. Worried I might slip if the weather gets snowy. He said, that's true. But it's true of all mopeds. They're pretty small bikes with no tire tread. I said, I've been on some websites, cruising around Reddit, trying to see what bike is right. He said, okay. What do people say? I said, there's lots of pros and cons. I might come back another day. He said, that's cool, but I'm taking holidays. Gonna grab the kids and try and get away. I was like, oh, where were you thinking of going? He said, somewhere near the water, because my wife is into rowing. And the chit-chat went like that for 10 minutes, but there wasn't any talk with mopeds in it, so I left and went and got a sandwich from a...
Stop.
Ugh.
Mate, I'm sorry, I just have to fast forward again. I mean, how many times did he go back to the moped shop?
Well, he goes back to the moped shop a few more times, at least 2 more times that I can remember. Well, then he goes for a test drive on a Vespa at a different store, but he doesn't really like that.
All in the song?
Yep. Then there's a verse where he thinks he might get a bicycle instead, so he kind of goes off the idea of mopeds. But then, he rewarms to the idea of mopeds.
Sure, can we just get to the bit where a purchase is made?
Well, how far have you fast-forwarded through?
I know, it's about the hour 25 mark now.
I think it's around about that where he's back and he's keen on a purchase.
Okay.
I said, cool, I think I'm ready to buy, but I ain't making a deal with a normal sales guy. He's like, look, we've been talking for weeks, you can't go over my head, that's a lot of cheek. I said, surely, it comes as no surprise that I want to do a deal with the boss of the franchise. He said, wait here, and he went out the back.
Does he do the deal or not?
Well, the manager's on the phone, Ando. He can't get him off the phone. He's on the phone for quite a while. He has to wait for about 10 minutes.
Do you sing about the waiting?
Yes, he does sing about the waiting.
Does he ever get to talk to the manager?
Look, eventually the manager does finish up on his sales call, so jump to about an hour 35.
Are we going to finally hear a moped sale?
We're so close, I don't want to spoil it, but I do have to let you know, when you press play again for this bit, the manager's name is Ron Brown. That's the bit you're fast-forwarding through now.
Ron Brown?
Yeah, the manager is called Ron Brown, the guy that owns the franchise.
Yeah, I think I know why you've told me that.
They'll do you a deal, boy. Price will make you squeal, boy. Salesman of the year, yeah, it's Ron Brown. Selling mopeds all day, heaps of models on display, and all you have to pay is 5% down. He'll never make a loss, 'cause he's the f***ing boss, yeah. Everybody loves Mr. Ron Brown. Incentives for the staff, email.
How long does this bit go for?
The Ron Brown stuff goes for about 25 minutes, yeah.
You tell me, just tell me right now if a moped is ever bought.
It will spoil the song if you find
Tell
out.
me.
Look, unfortunately, a satisfactory deal cannot be done with Ron Brown, and the guy instead decides to buy a second-hand Mazda 3.
I'm burning the tape.
Well, mate, that took me so long
burning
to
the tape.
write. It's a very exciting end.
This is Hamish and Andy. 10 years in 10 weeks.
August 20, 2015.
Ando, I'm always on the lookout for ways to make your life better. And a big thing that I know about you is that you are a cat lover.
A cat lover?
You like cats. Can you imagine my excitement when I see we get an email from a young lady called Chanel, and she's actually the show manager for the Australian National Cats Show, and Cats, which is coming up on the 30th of August.
Oh, a cat show, a showing of you go and bring your...
Yeah,
bring
lots
your
of
cat.
different exclusive exotic cats. So I was like, oh man, I'm busy on 30th of August. But I know this is the kind of thing that Ando wants to do. She specifically invited us. So I'd like you both to come along on the day, choose your favourite cat, and present them with a special prize. I'm like, I annoyingly can't. I know Ando's up for it. So did you a solid earlier today. I was able to give Chanel a buzz.
Hello.
Hi, is that Chanel?
Ask who's speaking.
It's Hamish here.
From where?
From Hamish and Andy. The
Serious?
radio show. Yeah, how you going?
I'm really well, thank you.
I got your email.
And you'd like to come?
Well, that's what I'm calling about. Unfortunately, I can't come. I got a family function on the 30th. But I was wondering if it's okay if only one of us was available, if it's okay for Andy to come. Because
of course.
He'd love to.
That would be awesome.
Not a problem.
Bye.
See you, mate. And it wasn't a problem. It was that easy.
What time is it on the 30th?
All day, I think, and you're welcome to sort of hang out the night before or whatever.
I can't.
Kind of get ready. You can.
I've got
you're making me look like a liar now.
I've got rehearsals for the school concert.
What, you're in a school concert?
It's
concert or musical?
What's happened is
What has happened? That's a great place to start. What's happened?
My music director back at school days, and I was captain of music, as you know.
Oh, big whoops, mate.
He's retiring.
Yep.
And so they've asked everyone to go back and sing their lead song from the musical.
What? Hang on. What, for like a greatest hits of all the years that he was the schoolmaster?
Yes, so there's 12.
So you can't do a cat show. You can't go to a cat show, but instead you're happy to go and sing My Fair Lady and sing the... Is that what you're singing? singing your hit song of Every Gentleman a Penny, or whatever the main song from it is. Of My Squeaky Farthing. What's the song?
The song is called "I'm Getting Married in the Morning." It's a famous song from the play.
Is it? Yeah. Do we going to play that this hour, Jack?
Yeah. And about a month ago, they asked me whether I'd go back and sing, and I've been trying to keep it. Well, more than a month ago, about 6 weeks ago.
You would have said yes in a heartbeat,
and I did say yes, and I am looking forward to it.
Secretly, you think this is like you're a bit of Hugh Jackman. You've got a Broadway streak that you're happy to let out.
Similar to Hugh, I'm doing one night only.
I don't think it is similar to Hugh. I reckon he's done Broadway.
Yeah.
How many people in the audience?
1,600.
Or were they telling him something else was on that night? Yeah, guys, this way for free beer. Gotcha. It's musicals. So hang on. How many other former music captains are coming back to sing
10?
The Scones Are Done, Dear Mother? Oh, My Velvet Blanket.
I think there's 10 or so, and
10.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God, what a night! And now from 1998, Damien Fastweather singing "Mr. Palmerston's Rose." See, you really think 1,600 people are turning up to this, mate? You'd be lucky if you get 13. You'd be lucky if you get the families of the people. That's how school musicals work.
It's 2 weeks today. It's the night of that, and the Sunday we're rehearsing with the school choir and the orchestra.
So you're singing out the front, and then there's a giant school choir behind you.
Yeah, a bit like that thing at the London Symphony Orchestra did with Les Mis, where there's
absolutely not.
Where there's a microphone out the front,
and professionals. That's
come
the
out.
London Symphony Orchestra,
and they come out, and
those guys
sing,
are professionals.
Yeah, like best of West End type.
It's
a mega mix of all the musicals.
Your voice is broken since you last sung this, so that's going to be a big hurdle for you to jump. First of all, you've got what's known in the industry as the pubic hurdle.
Anyway, so I can't do the cat show.
No, you can't. Yeah. But if I was you, I'd be calling up the school saying, guys, I've got a cat show. I have to judge. There's a cinnamon Burmese there.
It's Hamish and Andy.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
September 4, 2015. After a few weeks of build-up, Andy returned to his high school to appear in a musical concert for a retiring teacher.
Wednesday night was the night of song and dance at your high school. Yep. And the nerves were there. We drove out together to your old high school. I'd never actually been to your high school. We got on, it was a classic high school night. Yep. I mean, you said it was a 1,600-seat theatre. I think it was probably closer to 1,000. That's still a big theatre.
Yeah. And then they opened
PP Wilmington Theatre.
They opened the back doors and kind of added a few more chairs.
Trestle tables and stuff at the back. So there's a lot of people there. So it's the classic, park on the hockey field, park on the oval. Someone's got glow sticks. Everyone's volunteering.
Yeah.
Big night, parents are in suits. I felt a bit underdressed. I was just sort of in jeans and sneakers, but I had a blazer on.
And you also had the Hamish and Andy tie.
And in that sense, I felt overdressed. Exactly. I had the limited edition tie on. We pick up the action where we were just sort of milling around stage door as everyone was sort of rocking up. And
about to go to the back of the auditorium.
Like all the students were, there would have been 1,000 students there, wouldn't there? Like there was hundreds of students.
There would be. There'd be hundreds of students and there was business time. It was go time for them. I mean, they've given up their lunch times for the last 6 months to practice for this
night. And so they're all in they're essentially in little practice business suits, little felt business suits, which is what
a blazer is.
That's what school uniforms are. So everyone's, it's very, very formal. Everyone's set up. But mostly I was just excited to be at your school.
I'm getting married in the morning.
Well, here we are, Andy. Back at the old stomping grounds.
Have you been to my school?
No, God, no. The hallowed ground? No. No.
This is it.
What do we got here? The JP Chittenson hockey field?
Not too far off, actually. It's called the JTO.
Cool.
Jack Tobias Oval.
How is Jack?
Played a bit of hockey out there, Ham.
I just realised I said, how is Jack? And almost certainly dead. So he's not good anymore.
No.
So we're just, people are milling around there coming
Hi
in.
there, how are you? Nice to meet you. Hi there.
Maths teacher. Here's a gun. Let's put it. There's a...
How are you?
How are you?
Jello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello to you too.
Yeah.
Hello to you too. Bit of an orchestra gag. So it's all happening here at the stage door.
Say, get me to the church on time.
The boys then entered the stage door into a backstage hallway of musical memories.
Now, there's a lot of hubbub here backstage. The energy's electric. You're about to get into your costume. The thing that I forgot about a lot of backstage sort of high school drama areas is there's photos all over the wall of past productions.
Yeah.
And it's just, you now look at it with grown eyes. Yeah. It's just children dressed as
children dressed as adults,
Here's a child World War I soldier. Here's, like an 8-year-old digger. Here's an 8-year-old judge. Yep. Here's a 12-year-old mobster. But it's great to be back in these halls.
Hamish and Andy were glad they got there early, so they didn't miss the orchestra tuning up.
Putting people off.
I'm going to flatten your night, Lee.
Don't flatten my night. Make it sharp, if anything. The flutes are now checking their tuning.
This kid's using an app to tune up his flute. That's 2015, isn't it?
The boys were positioned in the male performance dressing room, and some of the sights Haim wasn't prepared for.
Michael's getting into cowboy gear.
Yeah, well, he's singing Oklahoma.
He's in chaps. I just looked at the mirror and saw a man in chaps. Mike, you going to put a gun in that holster?
Yes, I am.
Hey, really? Jeez, you got a gun! All right, I'm looking forward to Oklahoma. I'm going to say, and probably more than My Fair Lady.
Mine's the cool song.
Oh, yours is the cool song for the jocks. That's what everyone's saying, isn't it, Mike?
That's correct. Living up to his old past. Okay, pull your head in, both of you.
Or what, jock?
So there you go.
You did a very good, to be honest, you did a very good job of turning a lot of people against me just as soon as we arrived.
You heard it there from Mike, a former student living up to his old self, the old musical jock. Even though you were downstairs getting ready for My Fair Lady, still swinging your weight around, telling other kids in the musical to pull their head in.
I think Mike, if I saw Mike's manoeuvre and I commend it, he's like, well, Haim can either have a go at me for wearing chaps again, or I can join in teasing Andy.
Mike could do whatever he wanted. He had a gun. Up next, as the moment draws closer, you can feel the nerves crescendo because your musical medley was coming up.
Yep.
There was still by this stage of the night, still about 19,000 children had to play an instrument on stage, but we were working through them
slowly,
and we were getting to the bit where you had to go on stage, and it's not without its high tension. After this.
This is Hamish and Andy. 10 years in 10 weeks.
September 4, 2015. The journey of Andy's high school musical continues.
This is when you and I went back to your old high school, Ando. You graduated some 15 years ago, but your old music teacher was leaving, and so the school was putting on a night of song and dance to celebrate him. Exactly the same plotline as Mr. Holland's Opus.
In fact, I think they
called it
Mr. Henley's Opus.
Mr. Henley's Opus. It was the big sign on screen, so they've picked up. They know. Yeah. They know they're plagiarising. So we were back for Mr. Holland's Opus, and you were part of the musical medley. A small part of. I thought the whole evening was this. I was sort of led astray. But it was my impression that...
I'm not going to go back for 5 minutes. My piece was 5 minutes. I mean, it's a huge concert night.
Well, that was news to me, because Jack and I thought it'd be a kind of an in and out.
Yeah.
And then I saw the bloody program for the night.
Mate, look at this. This is going to go on forever. So it starts with trumpet fanfare, then we go into the German project, then there's the welcome from the captain of music. Senior school flute ensemble comes out and pipes around for a bit. Viva Regina goes on for a bit. God Save the Queen, Rule Britannia. There's a song called Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1. Then the Heightened Chamber Orchestra comes out, led by Edward Tan. You know the conductor, Robert Walkley's going to not mess about. He's going to take his time.
So chamber orchestras are smaller strings and piano.
Senior school concert band then comes out. They sing folk songs suites.
No, they play it. There's no singing because it's a band.
Organ solo. About that stage, the crowd will be chanting for an organ solo. Well, then Nundaket Allegrot gets played.
Well, yeah, we're one of the only schools that actually has a real old school
then
working
the senior
organ.
school stage band comes out. They play Take the A Train. Then the school choir comes out and blasts out a few songs. Then we get to you.
Yeah, and then we're halfway. So then we've got the chorale choir.
Then the headmaster,
Will
Paul
speak.
Hicks, comes out. He has a chat. Senior school orchestra comes back on.
They're playing Mozart and Dvorak.
This is going to go forever.
Yeah.
Mate, look at this. In the program, there's all this music. What does that say?
It's the audience part.
Now read it.
It's hard, isn't it? It's in German.
There's soprano, alto, tenor, bass for the audience part. It's a 4-part audience part. Now read it.
I don't know. Fröde, Schöne, Gottenfunken.
Mate, this goes on for 3 pages and it's the audience bit and it's in German and it's a 4-part.
Participation. The people's school.
This is the most complicated school song night of all time.
They're
My school, we came down, all of us, and just played Sweet Home Alabama on the guitar.
All of you.
All of us.
Yeah,
I was on drums, but most of the school was on guitar. Then all the parents passed around cigars and we all rode home on our motorbikes. That was my school.
Difficult audience participation.
Yeah, it really was. I mean,
we were obviously backstage for that, but I'm going to go back to the DVD of the night if there's any left, and I recommend people get in touch with your high school if they also want to get a DVD of the night. They are available for $30 from the AV department.
Just see how many people are participating in the audience.
I don't think, you know, like normally, like if, I don't know, say like a big show comes out on DVD, like Breaking Bad, they'll print like, 100,000.
Yeah.
I don't know if the school's done like a run of 5,000. I think it's more of a like, we got a call, we'll print one.
Yeah, I think so.
But go have a listen back certainly to the crowd participation.
Look,
that'd be a highlight.
This was us killing time, as you heard. It was a long time before we came
We
up.
had so much time to kill. It was like a zombie movie. Time just kept coming and coming and coming. We just had to keep killing it and killing it and killing it.
But we did get closer to my performance.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
September 4, 2015. The journey of Andy's High School Musical continues.
We were back at your high school. Yeah. We were in the bowels of the PP Nuttingsworth Theatre.
Yeah.
And we were ready. We were getting ready for you to go up on stage and finally, after 15 years of yearning, get to perform the song from My Fair Lady that you didn't yourself sing.
No.
Another guy called Peter Badger sang it at high school, but you had managed to weasel your way into a spot.
He was unavailable.
For your old high school's night of song and dance, and I couldn't imagine you happier. You were just bouncing off the walls.
Tribute to Mr. Henley. I was very happy to be there.
I know. You showed no resistance. And this is the moment before you and the 7 or 8 other people in the musical medley in costume were about to go up to the stage.
Okay. Well, this has to be said that Andy Lee is in his absolute natural habitat here with musicals. It's like watching a zebra on a zebra crossing. It's like he fits in perfectly. It's incredible. They're making a lot of theatre jokes, a lot of laughing and being in character. He put his top hat on before Jack and spun on his heels and grinned at me. And it wasn't a joke. I think he expected me to go, top of the morning, Governor. Andy Lee, how do you feel?
I don't need you singing.
This is it.
It's the night.
Oh, Andy, quick, with maximum haste. Run up, and show your face.
No, we've got...
In the wings, prepare to sing. This is your night. Do you remember your dance?
I don't have a dance, remember? But yeah, we there's a bit of hubbub going backstage.
So much
people are
warming up.
Doing some warming up. Well, they're going to go out and
Do you want to warm up for real?
Yeah.
I'm here to support you. Go for it. Do a real warm up.
I don't think you're ever here to support
I'm 100% here to support you.
This is the analogy. You are bringing in a broken chair and saying, sit down. Have a seat, mate, every time you pretend to support me.
How could I...
The chair will crumble.
How could I
and
trick
you will laugh at me
during a warm-up? I want your pipes to be ready.
Mayo.
Seriously. Keep it down.
Please
oh my God,
distract those guys.
You're moving. Your gang's moving.
Feel free to try and distract me, but don't distract them.
I'm not trying to be funny here. You have actually spent more time with them than me. With your music gang.
Well, yeah, because they're not bagging me out.
They understand you more.
Exactly.
I'm not bagging you out at all. I'm trying to support you.
You were trying to turn them against me as well.
I'm not. Shut up.
So I get shushed here.
The thing is, I just can't help but think.
Yeah.
You didn't want me to find out about this. What would you have said you were doing tonight? Because here you are, side of stage, dressed like a sexy undertaker, about to go out and sing.
I wouldn't have told you. I would have been off the.
What are you doing?
I would have said, hey, I'm catching you.
How often do you do this? Have there been other nights?
Shh. Shut up, guys. Shut up. There has not been other nights.
Why? How can I believe you? Because you look so natural. God, it looks like you really love doing it.
Mate, if you're going to do something, do it properly.
No, but this is more. This is more for you. This is like watching a man that's been dying in the desert of thirst for 100 years get a Gatorade. You're so happy.
I think you really just put a bit too much tense on top of that. It's not.
You're giddy.
Mate,
I know you.
All I'm doing is trying to remember the lyrics, and you're not helping.
When you told me about Beck, you were like, yeah, I'm seeing a girl. This is nowhere near the level of excited you are for tonight.
That's unfair,
and I
Beck.
support you, so don't be nervous.
Just shut up.
Shut up. Shut up, everyone. Shh, you. Put a sock in it, guys.
Okay, we're on next.
Good luck. Enjoy it out there. I know you will, because I've never seen you so happy in my life.
Stick around, everybody. The performance, I guess, after this, after pestering from Hamish Blake.
The thing
finally,
is, though, what I was
relief.
actually trying to do was calm you down, take your mind off it, because I knew you were nervous. You were excited but nervous, and by having a bit of a laugh, did the trick, didn't it?
No, but
kept you nice and calm.
Zero help.
Don't misinterpret this. This is me saying to you, you obviously love it. Do more. Do more of it.
I'm happy with the amount I've been doing.
Well, the song's next, and I don't think people are going to disagree with me when I say you bloody steal the show.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
September 4, 2015. After lots of discussion, sniggering and ridicule backstage, the moment had finally arrived for Andy to go on stage at his old high school in their musical.
This is it, Ando. This is the bit where I think everyone's going to realise it's all worth it. This journey started a few weeks ago when you, unfortunately, the cat was let out of the bag.
Yeah.
First of many cats to be let out of the bag. Here's cat number one. You said, look, the high school, my old high school is doing a thing.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I was trying to get ahead of the scandal because...
Tried to admit it early.
Because my parents was onto it and had told my girlfriend and my brother, and I just knew it would get back to you. But yes, I was invited back to the school to do a performance of my high school musical.
Yep.
As a tribute to Mr. Henley, the director of music who was retiring.
It's a direct rip-off of Mr. Holland's Opus. That's the idea that the school was going with the film. That was cat number one. Cat number two to come out of the bag was, wait a second, this wasn't even Andy's song. He never sung it at high school. He wished he'd sung it, but a guy that was better at singing than me, Peter Badger, sung it.
Didn't wish I'd sung it,
well, you
yes,
did.
it was certainly not my song.
Suddenly, a lot of doubt was cast on the phrase, they requested me. Suddenly,
by you.
Suddenly,
by
it
you.
made a lot more sense that you had heard that this night was happening, and finally this was your chance to get back up on that stage and shine in front of your mum and dad and all the other mums and dads and sing the song that you in your heart thought you were better at than Peter Badger.
Peter Badger, simply unavailable.
So that's where we were Wednesday night. We're side of stage. There's a whole bunch of other people that were in costume, other performers, ex-students.
Who you were distracting?
I was just trying to have a friendly chat with, like a casual stagehand, wishing them chookers before they went out to sing their bits of their medley there. And so a couple of the Les Mis gals were there. I couldn't see you because of the way the side of stage was set up, but I could hear it. And I think I got a good enough impression of what was going on from hearing it, because that was a crowd out there that was not unentertained. They bloody were loving it. But I think we pick up the action, Ando, where you're in the wings but not visible to the audience yet.
No.
The musical medley has started, but you're waiting for your song to come on, My Fair Lady, before you waltz out and give the audience what they paid $900 at Pop for.
And you had to be a bit further back at this stage.
Oh, yes, I wasn't allowed near the performance.
This is it. They're singing Oklahoma.
Yes, they are.
Here we go. Andy's dancing involuntarily. He's bopping up and down. Now he's seen me seeing him and he's trying to pretend he meant it. Oh my God, this is it. This is it. This is what he's trained for. Andy's waited 15 years for this moment.
I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime.
A few giggles from the audience. A lot of giggles backstage. Yeah, I can't take it seriously.
Let's have a
Jeez, he's bringing it though, isn't he?
He is. He's really good.
He's no badger, but he's more of an otter.
Gotta be there in the morning.
It's just incredible. His parents would be wrapped. They'd be crying. Yeah. Definitely.
Peter Badger's parents are probably also crying.
They're real tears. Yeah. Peter Badger's parents are crying because they haven't heard from him for 4 weeks because he's at the bottom of a well. How long's his song?
Extended it just for Andy.
At Andy's wish?
Yeah, he cracked the shits. He was too short before. That's why they're doing the reprise with the entire choir behind him.
These hands are in his pocket. He's swaying back and forth, and he's doing actual dancing. He's doing ye olde gentleman dancing.
Get me to the church on time.
Oh my God! Well done, Ando. He brung it. He bought it. That's the biggest cheer of the night. Well done, Ando. Shh, 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 shh. Well done, mate. From where I stood, everything fell into place. From the start, I was like, why? Why has Ando done this? Why has he secretly signed up to this thing? Why has he twisted the school's arm to let him do it? Why has he kidnapped Peter Badger? Why is Peter Badger's family worried about it? Why has he done all this to steal Peter Badger's song and get up there and sing?
Yeah.
Because you had a belief in yourself.
I did.
And you've got a passion.
I was very excited when I got out there.
Blind Freddie could see that you're excited, and deaf Doris could hear that you're excited.
I was certainly excited, and maybe that's what got me.
Mate, I first I've seen you in your natural habitat. You at a high school level performing musicals. That's your natural habitat.
I think I'm most proud because I looked out and saw Gavin Fleer, my ex-school captain, out there.
Gav.
Yeah, and
what's he doing here?
He smiled back. Mate, everyone loves this guy. I keep telling you, everyone loves Mr. Headley.
You did this to get a smile from your old school captain. No, mate, come on. It was the 90s. Why don't we let it go?
It's just pleasing that Gav gave me a nod.
Sure. Yeah. Well, honestly, it was great.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate your support throughout the whole thing.
I think you knew.
Thank you. I was worried that my support was going unnoticed. It's just nice to be appreciated.
Two mates acknowledging a big lie from me at the end.
Hamish and Andy, 10 years in 10 weeks.
Joining us in the studio is my mum. Thank you very much, Mum, for coming in.
That's a pleasure, but I'm not happy about doing this, Andy.
I know you're not. No,
it's just...
Dad's sitting in the background with a smirk. He's less worried about doing this.
No, but
Nick's having a big giggle.
No, I don't really want to. I love Beck.
I know, we all do, Mark, but you're the only person that can perform this task.
Well,
and sometimes
and also
when Judy calls...
She still trusts you. Hamish and I have really worn ours thin
well,
over
she might not trust me for much longer.
And that's really how this whole game works, because we've only been on air now for 4 or 5 weeks, and God, how many times have we attempted to get Beck on the phone? At least 4 or 5.
Yep, so we're out of trust. That's why we're bringing in the big guns, my mum.
She's just never going to answer another call from us again.
The idea of this call, and Mum, thank you for coming in, is the cricket has started last night, and I'm very excited about my cricket. Beck is very much not excited about the cricket, and it's a bit hard for me when I want to sit down and dedicate every single night till 3 a.m. to this, when she's rolling her eyes and saying, can we do other things like eat?
It's a little bit hard when Andy's married to the cricket that some pesky girlfriend keeps getting in the way, demanding some of his time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, this is with your help, Mum. This is what I wanted to do. We want to get my mum to call my girlfriend and just slip into the conversation how much it helped your relationship with Dad.
Yeah. Well, 43 years.
43 years of loving cricket.
But
and
not
just,
all of it was cricket, I suppose.
No, I hope not.
Jeez, not even commentators have that stat.
But the idea being, you can ring Beck, you suggest to her...
Put a bit of mother-in-law pressure on her.
Mother-in-law pressure on her.
Get into the cricket, Beck.
To say, let him watch the cricket a bit more. If she hears it from you, she'll definitely let me.
Yes. Oh, all right.
Okay, good.
Not really happy about it, but I'll
Another happy customer. No,
Jack's got the number.
Not happy Jan.
Let's before Mum pulls out, let's put the number in, and good luck. We know that Beck isn't listening.
This is for Andy's cricket watching piece.
Hello.
Oh, Beck, it's Marg speaking. Medley.
Hi, Marg. How are you?
I'm well. I'm sorry we didn't sort of get the chance to speak on Monday night. We'd sort of just been to the theatre, and then you came home, and then we just left.
Oh, that's fine. It was all a bit of a rush.
It was. So,
and I was running late, so...
Well, I just sort of thought, well, I probably should apologise for that. And
Oh, no, don't worry about it at all.
that's good.
That's fine.
Yeah,
How did the last couple of days finish up?
Oh, good.
They okay?
I'm glad about it there because now I'm home and watching the cricket.
Oh, good.
So Andy will be watching the cricket. Or, he'll be really into it because he likes his cricket.
Yeah, well, that's what I think tonight we're having a night in, and I said I'd cook him dinner so he can watch the cricket.
Well, that's good. That's good because that's exactly what I was just going to say to you. It's as I think Mike and I, 43 years we've been married, and I can't put it all down to the fact that I did take an interest in cricket, but I'd say a substantial amount was that because you have to become interested in what they're interested in.
Yeah.
Sort of what's the score and that sort of thing, and what's the pitch doing?
Well, I'm getting more and more into it. I think it's as I begin to understand how the game works, I get a little bit more interested.
I listen, and if they say the pitch, then I can say, well, they say the pitch is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sort of things like also, is it overcast so the ball was swinging? Well, I don't even understand that myself, but I know that they're the important things we should ask.
Yeah, I'll keep on asking them then.
Oh, good. I'm pleased.
I'll be a cricket pro before we know it.
You just get Andy a beer while he watches, and everything will be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll catch you later.
Beck, it's Hamish and I here as well.
Not again.
Oh, Beck, I'm so sorry. And I really do.
Margley.
I know.
Margley.
I know. And I have felt so bad about this right from the start. And I said, I'm not happy.
I can't believe you've done that to me.
I wouldn't. And I said to Mike, said I could ring you straight afterwards and apologise. And I'm doing it right now on air because I feel so bad. But that's the last one I do.
That's it, Mark's retiring. That's the big news.
He goes out on a high.
Not only are we hearing about Beck's newfound love for cricket and her willingness to just fetch Ando a beer as he watches the cricket, but also Mark is retiring from phone-based fun.
Beck, I noticed that you've had a bit of a scrunched up face when I mentioned the cricket, so I thought I better bring in, my best weapon. If my mum was to ask my girlfriend to get more leniency, maybe she'd say yes.
You're a terrible person.
And that can really mean anything. In a lot of countries, that's the highest praise you can get.
You guys are the worst.
Love you, darling. We'll speak to you soon.
Love you, bye.
Oh, horrible.
Mark is out. Mark,
you did a great job.
What if other radio stations just threw huge money at you to lure you back into the pranking game? Would you take it?
No,
she's out. She's out. She's out. If you've just tuned in, you've heard the very last ever live Margley prank.
It's Hamish Andy driving you home. Thanks,
History
Mum.
being
Appreciate
made in Studio A.
Oh, dear.
Hamish Andy driving you home. Ham, our mate Jez, who works with us here, we saw today, it was a photo that he'd sent to us saying, this is funny.
All over Instagram, he was so excited this morning. He's driving to the station. Involves him going along a freeway where there's a transit lane. We have to have two or more people in the car. So he's posting all these photos of him and what essentially looked like a Jim Henson puppet with a big jacket, Hamish and Andy tie, a show-branded tie, maybe a pillow stuffed up its jumper, seat-belted into the passenger seat going, here we go, just the two of us off to work, I'm going to go in the transit lane.
He thought it was very funny that he'd managed to get in here in the transit lane with a mannequin to his left or a puppet, and so did we. Because...
And I would have loved to hear the chat on the way in because I'm almost positive they would have talked.
And so we thought it was a funny opportunity, Ham, to give Jez a call, as if it was someone from the police department that has noticed today on their cameras along the freeway that, Jez didn't, in fact, have a human next to him, which means that he's allowed to be in the transit lane. He had a puppet or a mannequin. Woodsy is our friend who made the call today. We pick it up. We got transferred through to Jez. We pick it up with Woodsy taking this up as a police officer with Jezza.
Hello?
Is that
Jeremy speaking?
Is that Mr. Jeremy Kahn?
Yeah.
Jeremy, it's Senior Constable David Wallace speaking.
Hello, David.
Yes, good afternoon, Jeremy. I'm calling you from the South Melbourne Police Department. Are you the owner of a black Mini registration number W?
Yeah.
Jeremy, I'm calling you because you've recently been observed driving with what appears to be a puppet or a mannequin in a car using the transit lane on the freeway?
Nah. Wait, who says what time did you say that?
Jeremy, we need to deal with this now because this is a serious matter. And as you can imagine, if TAC have escalated this to the point of reporting it to the police, and you're not confirming that it was in fact a mannequin that was sitting beside you.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a mannequin.
Yes, it was a mannequin. It was a prop for some work.
Well, it clearly states that in order for you to drive in the transit lane, there needs to be more than one person in the car.
Probably
a mannequin doesn't cut it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, well, do you understand there's serious implications and consequences as a result of so blatantly breaking the law?
I don't see it as a law break.
As I said, it's a serious breach of the law. As you can imagine, we're trying to minimise the number of people that are exploiting these types of things on the freeway in order to keep the traffic moving. Now, ranging from a severe fine in the vicinity of $5,000 for a first offence. If we go back over the tapes and find that you've been doing this for some time, then that may well escalate to somewhere in the vicinity of $10,000.
Bloody hell. I mean, I'm not going to argue, but I feel like it's not really one to be worried about. There's lots of other big problems, isn't there? Like, I won't do it again. I'll just get. How about a slap on the wrist?
I think as a bare minimum though, we'll be required to confiscate the mannequin, and in the event that you don't want us to come to your place of work today at 4:00, you'll be required to turn the mannequin into the South Melbourne Police Department. Are you able to do that?
Okay. You turn it in. Yeah,
we're going to confiscate. Sure. We're going to confiscate it, Jeremy.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe what about if I just disassemble it and then send you a photo of a disassemble, because I don't know all the things on it. Like, I don't own the shirt and the tie and the hat and the jacket. I just pinched them from work. Or like borrowed them.
So you stole them?
No.
So this mannequin's not even yours?
They're my friend's things.
It's your friend's mannequins?
It's all just things that lie around the office. I just accumulated it.
Jez.
Yeah, good old your constable.
Probably the biggest crime is one of those ties is a Hamish Andy tie.
Jezza, we're here with Woodsy from Sales, who's being our constable.
Woodsy, he's done it again.
Jezza, I've never heard you that worried.
Oh, man, yeah. I don't know, I thought at the beginning I thought it was a joke, and then it started to sound a bit like he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, I think when you tried to plea bargain down to a slap on the wrist, it was not a bad proposal. I'd say we just call this a slap on the wrist and we all go about our day.
Well, Jezza, do make sure the Hamish Andy ties are back in. But yeah, put the mannequin in your front seat as much as you like if you want. I'm not sure if he's going to have, I think.
No.
One of those weird ones you're like, am I in trouble for this?
I think there's a bit of Jez going, great, so hang on, I didn't get caught. So, I can keep doing this.
Thanks for listening to the Hamish and Andy podcast.